Lena had always loved antique shopping. There was something magical about old things. Each piece seemed to hold a story of its own. So when she came across an ornate, full-length mirror in a dusty corner of a local antique shop, she felt instantly drawn to it. The frame was intricately carved, with twisting vines and faces hidden within the wood. It seemed alive. The shopkeeper, an old man with a hunched back, smiled as he saw her interest. "That mirror's been here longer than me," he said, his voice gravelly. "Some say it's cursed." Lena laughed, thinking it was just a sales tactic. "I'll take it," she said. After bringing the mirror home, Lena placed it in her bedroom. It was mesmerizing. The surface shimmered slightly, even in dim light. That night, as she lay in bed, she thought she heard a faint whispering sound coming from the mirror. She dismissed it as her imagination and fell asleep. But the next night, the whispering grew louder. It was indistinct, like several voices speaking at once. Lena stood in front of the mirror, peering into the reflection. Everything looked normal at first, but as she leaned closer, she noticed something unsettling. Her reflection wasn't quite right. It blinked just a fraction of a second after she did. Lena stepped back, her heart pounding. Her reflection stared at her, its face blank and emotionless. But when Lena moved, the reflection followed suit, almost as if nothing had happened. Shaking, she convinced herself it was exhaustion and went to bed. The following days were worse. She began to feel like she was being watched, even when she wasn't near the mirror. She started hearing footsteps in her apartment late at night and doors creaking when they shouldn't. Objects would be slightly out of place in the morning, and the whispering from the mirror continued, now clearer, but still unintelligible. One night, she woke up to the sound of glass shattering. Panic surged through her as she ran to her bedroom. The mirror was intact, but something was different. In the reflection, her room looked exactly the same, except for one small detail. A shadow stood in the corner, a dark figure she couldn't see outside the glass.